Yo, this is Art the Architect with More Than a Haircut podcast. Yo, shout out to the discipline one, work, build, dream, and create. And also shout out to Original Copy, aka Rob Dillon, hey, HLA. Yo, it's been a tough, it's been a tough one, but it's been a great week, thus far. Just want to I had to give a shout out to those two for the simple fact they've been helping out with the collaboration of what's been going on. Man, it's really been great. I guess I'll say that to say the least. So with the topic work, build, dream, create, I'm just thankful that over the years I've really been putting in work. You know what I'm saying? To be able to build what's going on. It's like the foundation of the More Than a Haircut podcast. Not only the More Than a Haircut podcast, but me being in the barbershop and really growing that aspect of things. It's really been dope. And also other areas of my life that are kind of like coming together and making this thing work. Growing up, I was doing music, doing hip hop back in Memphis, and to see that the music didn't go to waste. I think that's one of the funny things for me. It's like at times I'm like, man, I wish I was doing more music. I wish I was putting out more content with the music, more videos, and to see people get excited about my music, I'm like, man, well, just wait and see what I got in store. So, that's just an addition to what's going on with what I have coming. As not only a barber but an artist as well. And most people don't know that, but that's a gem that you learn about. A lot of the pains behind. I'm the creative behind those. And again, to go back to the work and then the bill, you also got a dream. So it's they say Martin Luther King had a dream. You know what I mean? That's the only thing that we hear. But I I tend to say sometimes like I think he realized it was a nightmare, but right now I'm just gonna focus on the dream. You know what I'm saying? Because he had a vision of what he wanted things to be seen as. I get it, I understand it, and it's like all my OGs will tell me to dare to be different. So it's hard for me to stick into a box. So I don't fit into anybody's box. I'm just me. I'm just I'm just gonna dream big at the same time. I have goals and the pandemic, COVID, however you look at it, it's been setting things back, but it's also been pushing things forward. It's been making my mind think about ways in which I can figure out a way to grow. And big shout out to the post Trump Secret Society, or now the DG Secret Society. That work that we've been putting in, what we've been building, man, the dream. Wow. I don't even think DG knew what he was putting together. I think he knew about his network of people, like your network is your net worth. I think he knew that, but I don't know if he knew what he was creating. And that goes back. And this, for me, this is a mantra. Work, build, dream, create. Work, build, dream, create. Like if you say that 7 times, work, build, dream, create. That's three. Work, build, dream, create. That's four. Work, build, dream, create. That's five. Work, build, dream, create. That's six. Work, build, dream, create. That's seven. And it's like when you think about that, I'm not just thinking about what it is for the year for me. What I think about is this decade. What am I gonna get done this decade? I felt like Trump right there. The decade. No, but this next decade, like, what can I get done in these different quarters of the decades? I mean, not of the decades, but each quarter, what can I get done in this 10-year span? So I know Rod Boyd on that last podcast was just speaking in terms of Warren Buffett is he was thinking about the next 30 years at that present moment. That's crazy. He was thinking about the next 30 years on the moves he was making. So he was playing chess while others were playing checkers. And when you think about that, it's just like I appreciate everybody's that's been on the podcast that shared any type of insight or whatever they have going on. I just want to say, and take this time out to say thank you, for your participation of just hopping on the podcast. And again, Rob Dillon, original copy. We have to get you on. You were the reason that I was able to connect, not Rob Boyd, but Rob Purvey, and to get the love of shoes. If you didn't do that, that's not a classic podcast. And if you haven't checked it out, take time out, go back and watch the last video with Rob Boyd, the one with Robert Purvey, and then go back and watch the one with Dara. And we were dropping some gems, and that's I know that my homeboy Black Mind, he actually gave me a call, like, hey bro, listen, keep doing what you're doing. The one that you and Dar did on the Rush Hour 5, that really started getting me to thinking like I need to get off the porch. I need to get out the shallow end and I need to go I need to get in the market, whether that's the crypto, you know what I'm saying, or even the stock market. And like again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm learning financial education. And the more that I'm learning, the more that we can share, the more that we can work, build, dream, and we can create our world that's presently presented to us. If you want to participate, let's make these things happen. But one thing for sure and another thing is certain. Some things are not gonna happen overnight, like what we've been seeing with AMD, I mean AMC, not AMD, but AMC. But we can keep that in the same perspective as AMD, where an investment was made when it was like $9. And because of the information that I was gathering, I was able to go and invest in an AMD and figure out like, dang, if they about to have a microprocessor or the microchip that's in the PlayStation 5, why not invest now? So it goes from $9 to $92. That makes sense to me. No different than the move with Nike at $60 and now it's worth $144. That makes a hell of a lot of sense. So the other move with GameStop, most people, I wish I was thinking in terms of not even necessarily just the move that was made, but from a standpoint, my son loves video games. Again, why not invest into a GameStop? That would have been an easy play. You want to go? You need a PlayStation 5 now? Well, we've been sitting on 20 shares, and now if we would have made that play, but we live and we learn. That's something that we missed out on, but there are going to be more opportunities going forward. So even if you miss that, don't hold your head down. Just think about this. They say Rome wasn't built overnight. I say the pyramids weren't either. And you can't skip steps in this. If you skip steps, you're not gonna know what's truly going on and what's really going on. But if you put in the time and if you put in the effort, eventually you'll get into a space where you want to be. Some people are long-term investors, some people are short-term investors. But it all goes back and boils down to work, build, dream, and create. What are you willing to create? What are you willing to sacrifice? Are you putting in time to learn financial literacy? I know I am. I'm working to teach my children. Not only that, Some of the homies hit me up, some of the homegirls hit me up. Like, look, we gotta know what's going on in the market. We have to be better for the next generation, or not just this generation, but future generations. And it starts with me. You know, it may be a late start for my youth, but if if we're doing this as a collective and we're not trying to do it and we are putting in the time, the effort is gonna show. It's gonna be some gains, it's gonna be some losses, but you have to look at the losses as a learning experience and nothing else. It's a loss. Get over that. Get over that. And uh one last point that I want to add to the youth. Um, if nobody else is telling you this, and parents, like, pull them up so they can see this and listen to me. The pain behind me for me was negative energy. Instead of me going to do something to harm somebody else, it's a pain, right? I just saw some young girls that they just killed a little girl. They all teenagers, right? That's a life that they didn't make and they can't bring back, right? But they decided to take a girl's life. They can't, they probably won't even get a chance to see adulthood. And a lot of times people not even thinking about that. Like my uncle Willie, he would say, nephew, the time to think is always right now. The time to think is always right now. I didn't understand what he was saying at that moment. The time to think is always right now. Like, man, I don't know what the fuck you saying. Like, but over time, as you start getting in situations, the time to think. 15 seconds of a decision in 15 seconds. 15 seconds can keep me away from making a decision that fucks up my life. 15 seconds. But again, what I notice is that people relative to me are acting off of emotions. I'm not saying don't, but when you do, look at where we end up. We don't take time out to think. And without thinking, you're reacting. So at some point, we got to be more proactive. And again, I'm not gonna hold court. I'm not gonna hold it. But that's just something that I wanted to share, just as motivation for not only my youngest, but others to work, build, dream, and create. None but love, nothing but honor, peace, prosperity. We gotta get it. The only people that's gonna keep us away from it is ourselves. That's it. We're gonna keep it from ourselves. If you don't want it, this is the information age. We got a phone. We got phones. I know my dad didn't get a chance to get into the stock market and all of this because of a teacher that shut him down because he was an older man in school. You know, I'm like, man, my pops, one of the smartest people that I know. And I just think, had he had the opportunity to learn and get this information, probably wouldn't even be in the same space now. But hey, it's all good in due time. So now he can share that same wisdom that he learned now with them youngins. And we're gonna make sure that, again, I am Art Architect. This is More Than a Haircut Podcast. Make sure you subscribe, to the podcast that's on YouTube. Follow me, Ari the Architect, on Instagram as well as on LinkedIn. I am Ari the Architect on LinkedIn. LinkedIn. If you're on Twitter, look for HWP_media. That's the media part and aspect of this thing. But just come through and support. Support what's going on. It's definitely appreciated. Peace. Yo, this is Art the Architect with More Than a Haircut podcast. Tune in every Friday for new content. Definitely on Anchor as well as YouTube and on IG. Hit your boy up. It's More Than a Haircut.
Hi everyone, this is Salama with Sala Vegan. In this video, I am preparing a raw kale salad, which is one of our signature salads. And it's just raw kale, red onions, chopped up some green onions in there as well, red bell peppers, jalapenos for spice. I always gotta add some peppers in there. And our Sala Vegan salad sauce, which has a lot of flavor. If you're interested in ordering meal prep with us, just send me a DM on Instagram and we can set that up for you. Peace and love.